good with it in the hood with it. Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you guys already know we get it in, right? But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel and it's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled, man. And more than that, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we're here. Huelga is here. Whopping, homes, right? Super Norteno, just an extra one, man. It's a Sunday. And as promised, man, I'm going to drop an extra snippet. Just a little story, man, I have to tell about my primo and his infatuation with a certain Southern California rapper. Now, this individual right here is pretty well known. We all know Camel Time, right? We all know about the Pakistani warrior, the Mr. Mexican himself, Mr. Capone, right? If you guys haven't been on planet Earth, right, then I don't know what to tell you, but I've listened to some Mr. Capone back in the day. It's hard to listen to. His music isn't the best. He's not the worst, man. But he's different, right? But my primo became infatuated with Mr. Capone, and not in the positive fashion. Hey, what with this vato, eh? So scared, I don't even like this guy because this fucking dude, he thinks he's bad or shit, right? He was tripping out on Mr. Capone. So one day out of the blue, my primo gives me a phone call. And he was like, hey, primo. He was like, hey, let's go for a cruise and shit, right? Hey, I borrowed one of my homeboy's whips. What? Not the homeboy's whip, right? Every great once in a while with no license, no insurance, no tags, no nothing, he would be able to borrow one of his homeboy's whips. And I ain't gonna lie, we cruised that motherfucker to the dust, right? Hey, his homeboy be all mad. Hey, Holmes, what happened, Holmes? What the fuck you thought you guys, hey, I don't even like you in my car, Holmes, because you're not even active and shit. That means you fucking probably ain't even eligible for insurance, right? They would be tripping. But I didn't give a fuck, right? When he said he had a car, we were going to ride that motherfucker off into the sunset. And that's just how that was, right? And my primo, hey, quietly as it's kept, I've also drove like this, like the fucking, like his arms up. Hey, watch how I do this, Holmes. Whopping, Holmes, you active, right? Hey, those are the only words that he knows, whopping and are you active? Straight up. And there'd be guys like, nah, bitch, I'm not active. He'd be like, okay, that's whopping, Holmes, right? So we'd be getting our cruise on. Anyways, this particular day he calls me. So I slide up. And I slide up to my tias and I already know it's going to be good, right? And him and Sheila were taking a break. Okay, and every time they take a break, you know, she's over there, not taking a break. He's taking a break. She's going fucking with no breaks, right? Full go. So I pull up to his pad. He's all bored and shit. He's walking around. He's got the cutoff tan bands on with the red belt, the red corduroy house slippers. You know how the game goes, right? And my tia's all there, mijo, where did you come? You know I was making waffles this morning. Waffles? Well, yeah, not whoppings, bitch. Waffles, right? I'm making waffles. Do you want a fucking waffle with peanut butter like we do it in prison? Like, hell yeah, I do, right? So I sit down, kick back, eat a good-ass meal. My primo's like, hey, I got the whip, fool. And I see it. I said, I seen it. That little Regal thing is cool, right? So I'm looking at it. It's on 13x7 Dayton's. I said, okay, we can get by with that. So we're cruising. We're cruising around and we're hitting everywhere, homes. We're all the way up in Patterson, Grayson, Modesto. We head back to Winton. We hit Levos one time, just a quick cruise through. Because see, the way my Levos shit works is I've already had my card pulled there and the homeboys don't like me. So we're just cruising everywhere, right? And the whole time my primo stop, hey, at every little convenience store he wants to stop and put the little rinky-dink ass fucking 210s the dude has on his car, bumping and just stand there. Hey, this is how the homeboys do it, whopping, homes, right? So trip out. We're cruising and I'm tired of the same GUN album. I'm tired of the same old fucking CDs he plays. Yes, old school CDs. This is pre-fucking Sirius Radio, XFM or whatever it is, right? So we're bumping old school CDs. His homeboy had one of those CD players in the back. So as we're cruising, I'm looking through the CDs. Boom, I'm looking for some R&B, some oldies, something, man. I'd rather bump I'm Your Puppet than I'm Your Fucking Poopit. So I'm bumping and bam, Mr. Capone comes on. And immediately, my primo's cruising like this, whopping, right? He's cruising. And as soon as he hears, that's on the sur, that's a... Whopping, Holmes! What is that, right? I said, I don't know. I hear me bump it, right? And I can, hey, I'm Mr. Capone, high power, whoop-de-whoop. I said, that's Mr. Capone, fool. Who the fuck is that, Holmes? Hey, Holmes, I don't get down like that, right? So he's tripping. He's tripping because I'm bumping some Mr. Capone. And I'm like, hey, bro, it's cool, man. Why are you tripping off music anyways? Nah, fuck that vato, Holmes. Hey, we'll go to LA right now and I'll catch the fade, right? You ain't doing nothing. Stop it, right? So we cruise around a little bit more. Of course, I cut off the music. He wants to bump fucking Pinta Bound and In the North Side, this is how we ride. So we're cruising on to hear all this shit. And so anyways, he drops me off, my pad. He goes home, right? And I don't like him really to drive alone because, see, the way his driving skills are is he doesn't really know how to drive. But he makes it. So I call him the whole time. I'm kind of guiding him. Hey, Primo, make sure you turn your blinker on. What's the blinker on, right? Look, just get fucking home, stupid. So he makes it home. So the next day he calls me, hey, Primo, are we going to fucking still go fishing? I said, yeah, we're going to go fishing because we had pre-planned to go fishing that weekend. And plus with Sheila being gone over there just grasping black water hose, I know he's pretty bored, right? So I'm going to go over there too. I see the way my fucking relationship was working was I wasn't quite in one. Well, I was in one, but at the same time, she was probably over there grasping manguera as well. So we were both just two lonely ass, one non-active and one active ass northerner that are like lonely, right? So fucking Holmes, let's go, okay, hey, fucking let's this party, right? So I go over there to the pad. And when I pull up, I got all my fishing gear. And when I'm on fishing status, I'm ready to go fishing. Okay, that's what I'm focused on. I got my little ice chest, my little Gatorade bottles, my little water. You know how you do it, right? My little earthworms. I'm ready to get mines on. My primo, full attire. Straight up Cortezes, all flamed up, red belt, with a red paño on his head for the sun, so the sun doesn't fuck my head up, Holmes. Plus, hey, my Mongolian, I haven't been able to braid it because Sheila's not here. My mom said, fuck you, son of a bitch. I'm not touching that thing, fuck face. So he's assed out, right? So I'm like, oh, it's cool, primo, don't trip. So trip out. He's like, hey, I got to talk to you real quick, right? And I go in his room, and literally, it's the same old room. The layout, you know, broken down ass fucking clear ass prison TV, right? He has it on top of an old TV that doesn't work. I don't know why he hasn't thrown that out, but he says that's his nice thing. He puts a red paño over it so you can't tell, but I can. He has a milk crate where he likes to sit down and fucking do what he does, roll his weed. And then, of course, he has his water bed. It's all fucked up, right? And then, well, at this time, he had a water bed. Before, he used to have the moving bed. He was moving and shit. Now he has a water bed. He thinks he's cool, right? He has all kinds of shit. XIVs inscribed in it and all kinds of stuff. His GUN poster, and now he has a new poster. And I swear to you, God is my witness. It's a high power poster of fucking that dude fucking Mr. Capone. And he's got fucking devil horns on him and a tail and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, hey, bro, you're doing too much. He's like, fuck that Volta, Holmes. Hey, I swear to God, Holmes, when that Volta comes up north to do a concert, I'm going to get off on him, right? I'm like, this guy was infatuated with Mr. Capone. Needless to say, we go fishing. We don't catch too much fish, but we have a good time, right? Every time I went to his pad for the next year, Mr. Capone's name came up. Mr. Capone's name came up, so I said, fuck it. So one day we're cruising, and we're going to go to Modesto, right? We're going to go to our primas over there. She has some homegirls, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to wiggle. I am, at least. He's trying to huelga. See, where I wiggle, he huelgas. So it's kind of like this. He does this, and I do that, right? So it's kind of like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, although Tweedle is trying to get some. So we cruise to my prima's house, and my primo's like, hey, trip out, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Bump this CD, Holmes. I got the CD. And I'm like, yeah. You know, so the way my shit works is it's already got the CDs in it that it's going to have. And that's what it is. He's like, no, come on, Holmes. This is that shit. This is that Northern Ghetto Boys. Bump that shit. That shit slaps. Fuck it. I slap it in there. It does. It does. I will tell you it does. But see, the way my non-activities work is I don't want to really bump that type of music, but I'm also trying to play a joke on my cousin. And this is the way it went down, right? So I got me that high power compilation. I forget which one it was called. It was one where they were disrespecting the shit out of Nortenos, right? Yes, they do that too down south. High Power did, man. They were buster free, I guess, right? So I'm like, trip out. We're cruising, right? Boom, boom. The beat's hitting. My primo's like, well, guy, he's bumping. And all of a sudden you're Su 13 NK all day. Mr. Capone coming out the way, right? He's like, oh, Norte. I damn near seen this motherfucking Vato's head explode, right? I seen steam coming out. He looked me up and down and I heard him say, Norte, right? He was all mad. He's like, what is that, right? I said, that's Mr. Capone, Holmes, your favorite rapper. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, right? So trip out, right? That Vato fucking, after his head explodes and he goes, I don't even want to go to Modesto. I'm going to tell all of them you're a degenerate, right? Watch out, bro. So we go over there, we kick it with some chicks. The whole time, hey, I keep playing Mr. Capone, he keeps cutting it off. I keep playing Mr. Capone, he keeps cutting it off, right? He's like, don't fuck with me, primo. I'm really gonna get active on you, right? Whatever. So I drop his punk ass off. My tia's like, hey, mijo, what is the CD you were bumping? The one that fucking made his head explode. That son of a bitch, I never seen him so mad in my life. Mijo, give me the CD because I'm gonna play it around the house and I'm gonna get my boogie on. And this motherfucker, I'm gonna piss him off. Right here, tia, slide her the CD. She's like, watch, the next time you come over here, this motherfucker's gonna break everywhere. He's gonna be mad, but it's all right because my window's already broken, so fuck it, right? So we're all chilling. I chill with my primos for a little while. He's all mad at me, whatever. I ain't talking to you, primo. No, we were supposed to get our willy on, but we, you know what I mean? He's all fucked up. Whatever, I'm out of here, bro. So trip out. Here's the Capone caper, right? So I guess Mr. Capone had a concert. And he was supposed to do this concert in Northern California. Yes, Mr. Capone has went to Northern California. Facts, right? And my primo, I call him. I'm like, hey, fool, what you up to? What you into, right? He was like, hey, I'm going to go to a concert and shit. I'm going to go handle some business. I'm like, hey, I'll pull up with you. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are tripping or what? He's like, no, whooping, hey. I don't want you involved in this. You're not ready for this. Plus, you're a fucking fan of the vato, right? And I'm like, cool. He said, I'm going to go see Mr. Capone. He said, I'm going to go call him out. I said, you're not going to go call... Bro, don't go to that concert, bro. If you go to that concert, you're going to get your ass whipped by a whole bunch of Southsiders, a bunch of upstaters. Don't do it. I repeat, don't do it. I'm going to do it, primo, right? When he says he's going to do something, one thing about his down ass is he's going to do it, right? So, of course, I'm like, hey, I can't let you slide alone. You know, so I see, the way that I feel in my heart is if he gets beat up, I feel like liable for that shit. You know, I need to put Geico insurance on him because he's constantly getting wrecked, you know. Hey, I need to put full body coverage on him because that motherfucker gets totaled every time he gets in a fight, literally. So I'm like, hey, I got you, bro. He's like, no, I got homeboys going with me. So I'm like, fuck you and the homies. Do you guys this thing. It's on you. Well, let me tell you how the violation happened. So my primo is on his way to this concert. I don't know exactly where the concert was, but I know it was way up north in the Northern California city, right? So I'm kicking back and I'm nervous. I'm stressed out. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have let that fool go. That fool's going to get killed. He's going to kill someone. He's going to do something stupid. I just know. But he was infatuated with Mr. Capone. Hey, Capone, if you watch this, he wants the one-on-one. Still, to this day, right? He wanted fucking to beat this dude up for some reason or another. Well, I know what reason it was, but I mean, he was just fucking transfixed on him, right? So later on, I talked to one of the homeboys. He ends up catching a violation. This is what happened. So they're going up there, man. They stop at a gas station. Now, they're almost to this concert. And I told him there's going to be nothing but Southerners there, bro. Ain't no Northerners going to be there. See, unlike what they're doing nowadays where motherfucking the opposition will pull up and handle business, it wasn't like that too much, man. Sometimes shit would go down at local fairs and casinos. And, you know, I mean, Los Lobos was playing with Mr. Capone and whoever else. But 9 times out of 10, it was going to be the Southern faction that went to the Southerner concerts and the Northerners that went to Watson and the car shows to the Northerner concert. It's just how it plays out, right? And if my primo went to a Big Tone concert or a Woody concert, he's going to be all right. You know, everything's going to see all right, because that vato's going to be in that motherfucker getting his Usher Welga on, right? He got it bad. He'll be all right. Or got it good. But in this case, if he fucking even lifted his hands that way, there was going to be a Southsider there to put his hands down. And that's just how it was. So anyways, they get to a store or they get to a gas station. And from what his homies told me, and this is the truth, that fool was walking in the store and he runs into Southsiders and he takes flight. And he takes flight like 4-on-1. I guess the homeboys ran in there and it was a little melee at a gas station. They did their thing. But what happened was they didn't end up going to the concert because somebody got booked. Somebody got stabbed. One of the homies got stabbed, right? Southsiders saying, them motherfuckers are handy with the steel, if you know what I mean, right? So they pulled something out, brother. And it wasn't coffee right out of their asshole like Wes Watson. So they pulled something out. One of the homies gets booked. They throw him in the car. They get on. They decide not to go to the concert. Best thing they could have ever done, right? So they make it back. What happens is they start doing an investigation. My primo's name comes up somehow, some way. And he ends up catching a case, man. He ultimately beats that case, but he does catch a violation for being around the homies, right? Just another long line of violations of what he does. But let me tell you, the day this motherfucker gets out, I remember my tia, Mijo, your fucking fuckface cousin's getting out again. Are you going to come over or we're going to make hamburgers and weenies? Yeah, because you know he loves weenie, right? Well, he must. He goes to prison all the time. Eventually, after so many times being around weenie, you start liking weenie, right? I know I like weenie. I'm like, oh shit, I know you like weenie. But I don't think he likes weenie. Maybe a hamburger or two. She's like, just come over and go get a pack of the hot dog. Not the fucking expensive one, puto. Not the ones that are all beef. The ones that are chicken, pork, and caca, right? Those ones. So I bring some fucking carne over there. We're barbecuing. The full fucking pulls up. Sheila, her and her mom go to pick him up, dropping Sheila off. They're back together all of a sudden. After the stretch marks are from here to there, right? I see Sheila. She looks at my chorra. She waves at me like this. And she's looking at my scrotum, right? And everything is back to normal. And I tell my primo, what happened, fool? He's like, hey, fool, that fucking police snitched on me. I'm like, fool, you're at a gas station. He was at a concert, bro. You never even made it there. Hey, check it out, Holmes. I don't know how fucking, well, how many connections you got, but I well got fucking kicked it out. So I'll do the fucking Daniel song. Let's kick it out. Right? That fool's tripping. So, Mr. Capone, man, this is all point bulletin out to you, man. My primo's infatuated with your character. And he needs that one-on-one, that fade. Super Norteno versus Mr. Capone. He don't give a fuck if you arrive in a camel, in a spaceship, on a tour bus, in a motherfucking Buick Regal. Whatever, bro. He's going to go ahead and need that. So one of these days, I might have to hook it up so you guys can shook it up, if you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, we have the barbecue. My primo's all fucking damn near crying on my shoulder. Hey, primo, don't you ever fucking... Don't ever talk about that. Don't ever talk about that dude around me. So... Mr. Capone is absolutely the way to get to under my cousin's skin. And when I do interview him and when I do bring him on the thing, I'm going to mention Mr. Capone. Watch how he acts. That vato would do this. I'll be talking to him and, hey, yeah, primo, remember, fool? Yeah, hell yeah. Whopping, hoes, yeah. Mr. Capone, what? Where is he? That vato hates that fool. Anyways, with that being said, man, that was probably the guy he hated the most. I mean, he literally went to go track him down at a concert and never quite gets there. And that's the story of my cousin's life. He always goes somewhere but never gets there. But then when he does get there, he gets locked up, incarcerated. That motherfucker has done so many violations for wearing red clothing, being around homeboys. I mean, it's always something in the northern fashion. How he still functions, how he's allowed to function, one never knows, does one. But he does. So that's the truth. Anyways, with that being said, man, this was just a little snippet, something I wanted to drop real quick. Just to tell you guys the story, man. True stories, true facts, man. Mr. Capone is a scratched off the book and never forget to take a second look. My primo don't fuck with him at all. My tia does, though. She says, hey, do me a favor, mijo. If you ever run into Mr. Capone, tell him I got a Mr. Capone for him. I'm like, oh, shit, you got a mister down there? Well, I don't know, mijo. My shit sticks out a little bit. So there you go, Capone. You're going to get that and then some of that if you need so. And you can even have Sheila. She'll stick your finger in your butt while you're doing that. It's just crazy. With that being said, are you guys ready? Season 2 starts tomorrow, Super Norteno. And I'll tell you guys the title right now. Just a little heads up for the people that are really supporting this. Enter the Super Sureño. Hey, whopping, Holmes, right? Hey, you mind if I get at you over here in the south rather than the north? Because the way my southern card works is it's good over here. But for some reason, it doesn't work in the fucking ATM over there, see? Right? And that's it. So we're going to get straight to it. With that being said, I hope that you guys move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. I'm going to continue to do what I do and drop the dope content right here. And just tell you true and factual and actual stories about my family, man. Again, for the people that are loving this, thank you. We appreciate it very much, man. For those of you that don't, well, fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's some things I don't like, you know? Like the fact that they tried to cheat Ryan Garcia out of a fight last night, but he still did that thing. That's just what it is, you know. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle for what I honestly and truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people. Thank you. Respects. My primo says, Huelga Norte. Sheila says, oh, and my tia says, oh, too? All right? I'll do it too, mijo. I don't give a fuck. Fuck face. You tell all those people I said anyone that wants it, they can get it. Serio? Well, unless if they got money, fuck it. Let's do it. You already know what it is, man. This is the gun. Bang, bang.